Closed captioning for News 12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent. From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Flowers now lay in front of the elementary school where a gunman opened fire, killing 19 students and 2 teachers in the deadliest school shooting in a decade.
It is a shocking story out of the small town of Wrdw, Texas, breaking the hearts of parents nationwide.
It's a terrifying reality to question whether our kids are safe inside their own classrooms. News 12's Claire Allen talked to local parents today about how they're feeling.
Tuesday's tragedy in Uvalde, Texas, has parents, especially of younger kids, heartbroken.
I just dropped my head, I shook my head, and I tried to imagine how those parents feel, and I couldn't do that.
Porter is a father of 3 and told me he couldn't fathom losing his kids to senseless gun violence.
Kind of got me choked up a little bit, just thinking about, when I dropped my kids off at school for that morning, I always hug them and give them a kiss, tell them to be the best that they can be. I just couldn't imagine not being able to pick them up.
Just like others, Sandria McGee was in disbelief, hearing the rising death toll on those killed in the shooting.
It was devastating. It's so sad.
McGee is a mother, grandmother, and online teacher. She had plans to return to the classroom this fall, but is thinking twice about going back.
Because there's so much going on nowadays. We'll have you looking over your shoulder, Every time, something else go on, it makes you think, okay, so where's the next shooting's going to happen?
And for Porter, a reminder, there are no guarantees about what's going to happen next.
Well, when I saw the story, I saw one of the fathers, one of his comments was to just make sure you hug your children, hug your family, hug your loved ones, because you never know. And I do it anyway, but it resonated even closer.
In Augusta, Claire Allen, on your side.
So many of us parents feeling those exact same sentiments they put into word. And in March, our I-team told you that gun violence is on the rise in schools across the country. This data I want to share with you is compiled by the Center for Homeland Defense and Security. 2021, if you look right here, if you can see this bar in the graph, shattered previous records for the number of shootings on school campuses. And we're only halfway through the year for 2022, and we're on pace right here, as you can see, to exceed that grim milestone. But not only are we seeing more school shootings than ever, we're also seeing more victims than ever in those school shootings. I want to share this with you. 42 people died by gunfire on a school campus last year. 151 of those were seriously wounded. That's this bar right here for 2021. And 17 received some minor injuries, breaking the previous records, as you can see here in all the years that they've been tracking that. But keep in mind, we're only halfway through the year for 2022. The death toll right now sits at 47. It's already 12% higher than last year's record-breaking year, and we still have 7 months to go. Not a trend we want to see continue.
It is not. Laura, thank you. There is much more news ahead last night.
Still ahead on News 12 at 6 o'clock, a live look at I-20 as many of you get ready to hit the road for Memorial Day weekend. On your side with what to expect at the gas pump.
And we are tracking storms heading our way into this evening and over the next couple. We'll take a look at that severe weather threat as well just after the break.
And streaming on Paramount Plus.
There's a beauty that guides us like a fire in the night.
For whatever vision you have for your special day, let Floyd and Green be there. To have and to hold, now and forever, from this day forward.
Now, your first alert weather with
G Saturday.
Well, it's a Memorial Day weekend that might cost you more this year.
Whether you're making a road trip or taking the boat out, you'll feel those record-shattering gas prices. According to AAA, prices at the pump have been on the rise for nearly 2 weeks straight. Today, the national average is at $4.59 a gallon. That's a 42-cent jump from when we initially broke the national record in March. Here in the two-state, we're still high, but we actually have some of the lowest prices in the nation, thank goodness. Georgia at $4.14 per gallon, South Carolina at $4.28 a gallon.
It is a lot. We have News 12's Maria Sellers live over the 5th Street Marina. And Maria, you spoke with a boater who says the high prices are putting a dent in his plans.
Yeah, this marina will likely look a lot different this Memorial Day as people start to undock their boats and hit the water. But with rising rising gas prices, that will likely come with a cost. A boater I spoke to says this year's Memorial Day is going to be a lot different than what he's used to.
Just like they're going up on regular road fuel, the marina prices are going up.
Gas prices in a marina usually fall between $5.30 a gallon and $6 a gallon. Boaters we spoke to today say that's over double the cost they've seen on past Memorial Days.
If you go back 2 years ago, say it was $2 a gallon, we're over $5 right now. That's what, 2.5 times the cost.
Those prices don't even include the soaring prices of regular diesel to haul the boat to the water for vacation.
With my diesel pickup truck and current fuel prices, I get about 10, 11 miles a gallon when I'm towing. And so I estimated it was going to cost me about $1,000 in diesel just to get down there and back.
It's a large price to pay for one trip to the beach or the lake this summer.
You know, where I've normally been budgeting, maybe $750 for the total fuel bill, I'm looking at something over $2,000 now. Honestly, I'm thinking about maybe even just canceling the whole thing.
We could see even higher prices after this weekend when Georgia's gas tax suspension ends next Tuesday. Yeah, and Kasky says there are a few things you can do to save money at the pumps this Memorial Day weekend, like filling up your boat before you hit the water or bringing your own fuel. But if you decide to do that, be sure you know the safety rules and regulations to keep yourself and others safe.
It is pricey and it sure adds up fast.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy right now. Maria, thanks. To sports now, another Josie Eagle signs her letter of intent. Plus, we check in on the softball state championship.
And locals say it needs some TLC, maybe a lot of TLC. We're going to take a look at the Recreation Center in McDuffie County and look at some upgrades they want to see.
The live message.
Alzheimer's cases expected to climb in Georgia and South Carolina. A healthcare system struggling to keep up.
Less than 10 neurologists for every 10,000 people living with dementia by 2025.
But in Augusta, a possible breakthrough to help those with the disease.
We're very, very excited about this, for sure.
Helping our loved ones get some of their memories back. Alzheimer's breakthrough, an I-team investigation Thursday on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
When you've been hurt in a car wreck.
Run down, dirty, and unkept. It's how people in McDuffie County describe the Recreation Center off Sweetwater Park Drive in Thompson.
Yeah, and he's a good bit of TLC. And we talked to locals who've been going there for decades who say they don't want the county to let it go. News 12's Sloan O'Cone talked to them about the kind of changes they want to see.
Have been out here since my grandchildren were little, and they're about 38, 39 now.
It's a place to run and have fun. And it looks a lot different since Joanne Harris first started coming here.
This facility has just gone down so terribly bad.
Broken windows, buildings falling apart, ripped nets, dirty bathrooms. And a lot of families in McDuffie County are asking questions.
We want transparency. We want to know where the money is, and we want our facilities to be up to date and safe for our children and families to come to and play at.
The chairman of the Board of Commissioners says the funding comes from their SPLOST 8 funds, with a grand total of more than $9.2 million. They say they've contracted an engineering firm to demolish the old concession stand at the end of baseball season and hope to have plans for a new building around the same time. But people like Joanne say it's taken long enough.
It shouldn't have taken us 5 years to figure out what to do out here. If it's taken that long, somebody's not doing their job.
And it's more than just one building. It's the whole park. Things that can be fixed with simple upkeep and maintenance.
Talk about we want the children to have somewhere to go and play and stay out of trouble. Well, we got to have decent facilities to come to. If they're not decent, who wants to come out here and play?
Because they want their kids, grandkids, to enjoy this place too. In McDuffie County, Sloan O'Cone on your side.
Yeah, they've got work to do. Once the engineering firm has the plans for a new facility, they'll be sent to commissioners to approve them or to make changes.
Officials say they still aren't sure how much the project will cost until they choose the company in charge of construction, but we're told the timeline is also in the air with supply chain issues in the mix. But chop, that place is going to fall down around us.
Hopefully we can show you some progress in the days ahead.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
Well, Mercedes-Benz was a 3-sport
high school. She played basketball, softball, and did track and field. Today, she started her morning off by walking the stage to end one career and finish the day by signing a letter to begin another. Ames will do shot put and discus for Savannah State next year. At first, Ames didn't want to play any sports in college, choosing to join the National Guard instead. She picked up a scholarship which pays for most of her tuition. And after a while, she decided she wanted to do shot put in college. So she and Coach Juwan Bailey sat down and made some calls to college coaches. Savannah State picked up the phone, and the Tigers immediately made her an offer.
It was a nervous moment because it was like, oh Lord, like, am I going to get a scholarship? Like, or, well, even though I didn't really need it, it's just like, it's more stuff for me and less money that I have to come out of pocket.
Well, the signing means 4 of the 5 seniors from this year's basketball team will play college sports. Kishana Brown and Akoyas Cody and Lauren Jarrett all signed earlier this year. Game 2 of the softball state championship just underway, still scoreless into the second. If North Augusta wins, they'll win the state title. If Cuyahoga Ridge wins, they'll play a winner-take-all Game 3 on Friday. We'll have full highlights for this one coming up on News 12 at 11. And just before we go, Twins and Tigers. Byron Buxton running, lays out leaps in center field to rob an extra base hit. Great snag from Buxton.
Awesome catch there. Anyone heading out for the weekend, we finally clear out our storm chances. Mostly sunny skies Saturday and Sunday. Temperature is going to be warm, close to 90 both afternoons. Now look at radar in that 7 to 8 coming up.